Hey, everybody, welcome into week 2 of Fantasy Wall Street with the professor. Hopefully, your week 1 went well. Some of us struggled a little bit more than others. if you were waiting on CMC Monday night, for example, or lost Puka during that game, you struggled a bit. But we're going to try to get you on track for week 2. Professor, how we doing tonight?
Good. How are you tonight, Kyle? Good to see you.
Dude, I'm doing amazing. It's good to see you too, buddy.
Love it.
Let's jump right in and hit us
Good.
with your first buy for week 2.
So this is just kind of a hot topic player to start with, and that's Isaiah Likely. I know we all kind of had our eyes on that first game of the season, wanted to see the Thursday night kickoff, and all of us who own Andrews, and I have stock in Andrews, we're expecting to see a strong game from him in this matchup. And it looked like the Isaiah Likely show. So this is not so much an anti-Andrews take, because I think Andrews is going to be just fine on the season. This is really a pro Isaiah Likely. You know, they seem to line this guy up in different plays. He really played more as a wide receiver than a tight end. And so, you know, he poses quite a challenge to defensive backs with his size, his athleticism. And I think we saw that on Thursday night. I don't think he's going away. You know, we definitely saw the Ravens wanting to get the ball to Zay Flowers as much as possible, but he's a slight type receiver, smaller stature, doesn't have the big wide frame that Isaiah Likely does. And so I think we're going to see him involved in this passing game. Of course, you know, it could be hit or miss on a weekly basis. We never know what this offense exactly is going to look like. We know they want to run the football. But I do think that if you have Isaiah Likely, you're holding him. If you can get him on your team, you want to get him. If you've not done waivers yet, then this is a guy who's going to be at the top of your waiver wire list.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like, Mark Andrews is going to be fine. He's an all-pro tight end. He's not going to get replaced overnight. He is coming back from that injury. But when you have a guy as talented, and it gives you the advantage that Isaiah Likely does give you, you can't not use him. You have to find ways to get in the ball. And like you said, he was playing receiver a lot. I'm picturing something like a Gronk, Aaron Hernandez type situation there. Like, you're going to have 2 tight ends you can play in that offense that are going to get you points every week, and probably one week or another, one will be better than the other, but they're both going to be usable. So, yeah, I agree with you completely. All right, so let's jump on to our next guy.
My next buy is going to be a running back. And look, I'm a huge Puka guy. One of my favorite players. I own him in almost 100% of my leagues. Crushed me to see him go down, and I'm scrambling to figure out how to put pieces together with that injury. Cooper Kupp looked like a monster, but look, this guy can't catch or go on the field for 21 targets every week, which is just, as Chris Collinsworth would say, redonkulous. So Kyren Williams, they're going to lean heavily on this guy. He played over 90% of the snaps. He is going to be really the workhorse for this offense. I think we're going to continue to see them fit him into more of a passing role where he's got the receptions coming out of the backfield. Of course, we know he's the goal line red zone back. And so I think, you know, he's going to continue to be a monster for your fantasy team. And, you know, we got this guy with Rivers, right, who had a couple of catches, some splashy catches. And I don't know if you can somehow get him off someone's team for a fair price. This is a guy I'd be buying.
Yeah, I was one of the Kyren doubters coming into the year. Turns out Blake Corum not going to be quite as involved. His involvement was slightly overstated. Yeah, I agree. Kyren's going to be a monster. Also, love the Chris Collinsworth reference in there.
And here on Williams too, McVay trusts him.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Numero tres, hit us with it.
So this is another one. Got a few messages this week from some friends who drafted a lot of this guy. A little bit panicked now with what we saw on Sunday. Marvin Harrison Jr. Boy, he was going inside. I did some best balls where he was going either the end of the first, top of the second round.
Yeah.
High draft stock to get him on your roster, and did not put up the type of game that you were expecting or hoping to see, especially when they did do some things on offense. But he played almost every snap. Was the team leader in routes run. I don't know if you saw some of the Twitter feeds of him being wide open down the right side of the field and Murray not even looking his way. But they're going to get in sync, and this guy is going to be absolutely fine on the season. This is a generational talent. And if you can pry him away from someone now, buy low on this guy when you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even Jefferson, Chase, these guys have down games, right? And for a rookie to come in week one and have a down game is not that shocking. But like you said, man, if someone's panicking, I'm trying to buy him all day long for sure. I'm right there with you on that. Anything else to add on anybody that you didn't get to before we call it good for the night, for the week?
I think we're good. I think we're good on our buys. I like it. I like the 3, trying to come in hot and strong. We'll see how it goes.
You've been sending offers out for any of them already?
Feelers. If you don't put, it's hard to send offers this time. I put feelers out.
There you go.
Hey, what are your thoughts on this guy? You thinking about moving somebody? I'd be interested in him if you want to make a trade. Just those types of kind of feeler messages, just to see if I could get any takers. I've had a couple good conversations, but it's hard to get someone to pull the trigger after 1 week.
It really is. All right, so we suggest you do the same. Start sending feelers out. Get these guys on your rosters. They're going to help carry you to the championship, and so will the professor. We'll see you guys next week. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.